of measuring, because you know individual's hand span is different. Yeah, you can see my hand span and your span is different.
Yes.
So how come it will be the correct measurement? You know, that's why we have different measuring instruments for different things to measure.
Yes, I agree with you. Yes. So for the table we will use, I think, measuring tape.
Yes, correct. See, we have this measuring tape for measuring length and breadth. This measuring tape is used, and see how easy it is, and it gives us correct measurement.
Yes. And many times we see such measuring tapes which are flexible to the tailor's shop,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
They take the measurement with such type of measurement.
How come it is possible to take the measurement of your waist with the hand span?
No,
Not possible.
body measurement.
And that's why we have different measuring instruments to measure different things. Is it?
Yes.
Miss, I have more instrument to show you. Just see. You might know this is a scale,
Yes.
ruler. Okay, we use this for measuring length and breadth.
Yes. In our maths topic. No?
Yes, very nice. You might guess what is this?
Yes, Miss. I used to see this in my childhood. The milkman used to give the milk by measuring the milk through this.
Yes.
He used to take the milk and give it like this.
Yeah. Nowadays we don't use because we get the milk in
Milk
the
packets
bags.
and all.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is specially for measuring liquids.
Yes.
Yeah. So and this one you have seen just now.
Yes. So interesting, na? There are so many instruments with which we can measure different things, right, Miss?
Yes. Because different things has to be measured differently.
Yes.
So measuring instruments are also different.
Yes.
That's why we cannot apply same for everything.
Yes. Okay, Miss. So, children, just now we saw that there are so many types of instruments that we use in our day-to-day life, and measurement plays a very, very important role in our life. Whenever we want to buy something, we want to do something systematically, we need measurements. Simply, you must have seen in the kitchen that your mother, whenever she cooks the food, she tries to put it in proper proportion. Otherwise, it will not be tasty, right? But there are some things, there are some areas where we need the perfect measurements. And that is the reason weighing machines are there. And different types of weighing machines exist in the market, are available, and which we use in our day-to-day life. So today we are going to see some weighing machines which are really very important and where we use that in our day-to-day life. The first type of weighing machine is bean bag. So the first type of weighing machine which we generally use is the pan balance. Now I will show how it is actually. The pan balance exists like this, bacha. The thing is that here the scale is given and here a pan is given. And on this pan we will keep the material whichever we want to measure. Okay, so now you must have seen it is showing 200 grams. The maximum range of this particular pan balance is of 2 kg because generally we use this pan balance in our school. So it is of only 2 kg. But the pan balance which are available in the market, they may be till 10 kg, till 20 kg. The ranges are different for it. Okay, children. Now, if you think that where we use generally in our day-to-day life this pan balance, can you think of it? Yes, you are right. Generally, we see such type of pan balance in the clinics, especially in the child specialist clinics or the hospitals, where the infant babies, the newly born babies are weighed with the help of this pan balance. The babies they just place the baby in this pan and they measure the weight of the baby. Okay? Or sometimes also we see it in vegetable markets. The vegetables are placed here and we can measure the vegetables with the help of this scale. Okay? So this is the first type of weighing machine. Now let us move on to the second type of weighing machine. The second type of most commonly used weighing machine is spring balance. Now here the word itself suggests us that which type of weighing machine it will be. Spring. You know, children, very well that the spring is a very flexible thing, right? You must have experienced it in trampolines. Whenever you play on the trampolines, you are just you can bounce yourself very easily, right? And it is only due to the springs. Okay. Now very simply it is made. This is the spring balance. Actually whatever I am showing you, this is the small miniature type. The range is very, very small because it is used for the small scale in the school only. Now you will see here the scale is given and here one indicating pointer is there. Okay. Inside this the spring is there and at the end of the spring a hook is there. If you attach anything to this hook, the spring will stretch and you can see that the pointer is showing the scale or the measurement is shown by this pointer. Okay. For example, I will show you that I am having a pouch with me. Okay. So I will attach a pouch to this hook. Let us see what is the measurement of the pouch. I am attaching this to this hook. See. Like this. Okay. So let us see what is the measurement of this pouch. So it is showing, I think, around 150. This pouch is of 150 grams, right? Since the spring can stretch it, as soon as we attach the weight to the hook, it will show the weight of it. Now this is just a small range. It is not that we are using the spring balance for such a small things. There are big, huge spring balances when the material is quite big in size. That time generally spring balance are used. For example, cotton bundles. They are very light in weight. You know very well cotton is very light in weight. So farmers wants to sell 100 and tons of kgs of cotton. So what they do, they make a bundle of it and it is tied to a string. And that string is attached to the hook so that the whole bundle of the cotton can be easily measured. Similarly, the big iron rods which are used for the construction purposes, those are also measured with the huge and big spring balance. Those iron rods are attached to the hook and this is attached on a height so that easily it will show the measurement of those huge and big materials. Okay, children? Okay, let us see now the third type of weighing machine which is really very common and we see it many times in our day-to-day life. Okay, that is nothing but electronic balance. In this type of weighing machine, here there is a digital plate which will give you the measurement directly. Okay, the numbers will come directly and here there is a platform on which we keep the material that we are supposed to measure. Okay, now you know very well we see such type of weighing machine in many places. Can you give me some examples or can you think of it? Correct. Yes. You must have seen it in grocery shops. You must have seen it many times in vegetable fruit markets. In malls also, whenever we buy the groceries, this type of machine is used. One more place is there where little bit of modified type or big type of electronic machine is used where we can measure ourselves. We can measure our own weight. I think you must be remembering that many times on railway stations, in the malls, you need to put a coin, 1 rupee coin, and the measurement can be done of ourselves, right? That is nothing but the electronic balance. So, electronic balance nowadays actually we use it many times, anywhere, and there are many purposes of it, right? So, just now we saw 3 types of weighing machine, right? And where it is commonly used. Now I am going to show you a 4th type of weighing machine which was earlier used very commonly, children. But now it is replaced with electronic balance. But it was really a very interesting weighing machine. So I am not going to show it like this only. I am going to prepare it in front of you and then you will realize how interesting it was. So let us see it now. We have a special discovery kit for the preparation of weighing machine. How to make a perfect beam balance. Okay. And actually there is a very interesting kit in our discovery to make a perfect beam balance. So let us move on to the procedure. Here there is a base. Okay. Simply base is there. And on this we will put the straw like structure. This is actually the beam. Okay. Now here there is a pointer which we will attach it here like this. This is very important which will show us the measurement. Generally in beam balance there are 2 pans attached of the same size and of the same height also. So here there are 2 pans with me like this. Got it? Now here there is a hanger which we can use to attach these 2 pans at both the ends. Okay. First I will balance the hanger on the pointer so that the pointer should exactly be at the center of the hanger. Now I will attach this 2 pans to it. Okay. So this is the beam balance. Now let us see whether it is a perfect beam balance or not. I am attaching two weights to it. See, this is one and this is the second one. It is showing that it is balanced. How it is? It will be showing that by seeing this needle-like structure, right? Pointer. It is showing the center of the scale. Here there is a scale. So it is showing the pointer. This means that the beam balance is perfect. I hope you like it.
So children, just now you have seen the beam balance kit from our Discovery Lab. We can also prepare this beam balance or modified beam balance from the household material which are easily available at our house. So let us prepare it. So children, let us see the material for this activity. We require 6 threads of equal length. Okay. Then we require 2 pans which should be of same size. Here also children, we need to take care that all 6 threads should be of same length. And here I have taken a hanger, plastic hanger, because it was available with me. You can use any rod, scale, whatever is possible for you, that you can use. Okay. And we require a safety pin to just make the holes in this pan so that we can hang them with the help of thread. Okay. Children, first of all we have to take hanger or whatever you are taking for preparing this balance. You have to make 2 holes in it so that we can hang the balance with the help of thread. Then first of all you have to tie thread in the center of this hanger properly. If you are taking scale, tie the thread in the center of scale. Okay, so we can hold it properly without disturbing its working. Okay, then after, in this hole we have to hang this pan with the help of thread. So for that, first of all we have to make holes in the pan like this, and then after one thread we have to insert in that holes and the most important thing is, on one side of the thread you have to tie a knot in advance. Okay, so it will be tucked like this. Okay children, so like that all 6 threads, all 3 threads in one pan and all 3 threads in another pan you have to tuck. So children, you can see I have inserted all 3 threads in one pan like this, and now our pans with the thread are ready, which we need to, or we have to hang to this hanger in this thread. Okay. Children, finally our modified beam balance will look like this. See, I have attached 2 weights. I have hanged 2 weights to each pan and they are at the same height. Again I can hang 2 on one on each side weights. So see, still they are balancing because on the both side equal weight is there. So hope you like this activity and you will prepare it and try to find out how it works. Thank you children.